Hello and welcome to the next video. My name is Commander Talon, or in this case, Survivor Talon, and I'm going to be playing a Let's Play. This is something I've been wanting to try and do for quite a long time, and I know my channel has been mostly combat sims, and I will try to do more of those, but I kind of wanted to give it another try and just see how far my new videos could really go with this. And Project Zomboid is a survival, like zombie survival game. Literally, the objective is to see how long you can survive. It's incredibly realistic and incredibly difficult. I've got probably about close to 90 hours of gameplay, and I think the longest I've ever survived is about a month. It's my own fault. I um, typically do risky things and get killed for it, unfortunately. And I have this idea that I'm going to be playing. Um, we're going to be playing just an apocalypse default setting. They're not going to be changing a whole lot. I know a lot of people like changing the sandbox and changing some of how the zombies work, but I'm just going to do normal stuff. I do have some mods. It's just basically quality of life stuff. That's all I have. It's not really anything to change much of the gameplay, just enough that it actually helps me overall. So, what is Project Zomboid? If you don't know what it is, like I said, it's a zombie survival game that takes place in Kentucky, the United States, and it's a huge map, and you are literally just trying to survive and do whatever it takes to do that while exploring Kentucky, or at least this section of Kentucky. I'm going to be playing in Muldraugh. I know there's probably some other really cool locations. I know Muldraugh probably the best, so I wouldn't say I know it like perfectly. I don't know like street names or anything like that, and I don't want to use a third party map to try and find anything. So my character is literally going to be like new to the area. Role play. He's visiting family. The zombie apocalypse happens. A couple of days later, there's people are trying to eat each other and all those horrible things because there's no NPCs like when it comes to player NPCs or like not player but non-zombies. Unfortunately, there are some things that come into play like screams and gunshots, which will attract zombies and all that, but there's nothing like non-zombie NPCs, not yet at least. And I know you could play multiplayer, but uh, I'm not really big on griefing. I don't like PvP. Like it's cool and all, but I just want to try and survive. And I have an idea, but I'm gonna get started. This is the occupations. This gives you like traits and all that. I've already got one set up. I'm gonna be a beginner carpenter. Is how I set it up. I think this would be a pretty fun play out. I have high thirst. Obvious, needs more water to survive. This is pretty easily balanced by just making sure you have water. Later down the road, it might be hard to tackle, especially when water becomes very scarce. The only way to collect it is by either a lake or rainwater and then boiling it, just like you would in real life. Very difficult. I've not really got to that point. I would like to try to get to that point, but that's a future me problem. Alright, pacifist. All this means is it just makes it harder for me to kill with weapons. It doesn't mean I can't fight. I've used pacifist and haven't really seen a big issue with it yet, so not a big problem. Prone to illness, I know that you can catch colds and stuff, especially if you caught in the rain and you don't dry yourself off. Mainly it's just for faster zombification so that you die faster when getting bit. Smoker, pretty self-explanatory. So your character, no matter what, is going to get sad. They're going to get stressed. It's the apocalypse. There's not a whole lot that they can do to relieve themselves from stress. So smoking a cigarette here and there, not a problem. I think this one will probably be really hard and interesting later on because cigarettes, I'm sure, are going to be scarce after a while. Slow reader really doesn't matter in solo, at least in my own opinion, because I mean you don't have time management. Like I can speed time up if I'm reading a book, kind of like Sims, and it's not that big of a deal. Now onto the positive traits. I have cat eyes, which means more vision at night. I don't explore at night, but in case I do, I would like to be able to see because night vision is like literally can't see past your past your hand. Like it's difficult and a very easy way to get killed. So like if I get jumped and zombies start attacking the house or my base, I would like to be able to at least try to run and have a chance at running at night. Dexterous is to help with item um, and inventory management. It just makes it easier to transfer items around pretty quickly. I have fast learner, and yes, I know I skipped over baseball player, but fast learner just means that you get more experience, higher skills, skills faster. And then handy. Handy is just because of carpentry plus one and maintenance. As a carpenter, you already get carpentry plus three, so I'm at carpentry four and short plus one. That way, I'm already way ahead of the thing, and the only thing that I really need to worry about for this character is getting tools in game. And then I took baseball player for that plus one long blunt. That way, if I do find a baseball bat or a crowbar or anything like that, I'm not horribly bad at it. It kind of balances out pacifist, hopefully. Um, but yeah, we'll see what happens. So what I was saying about roleplay when it comes into the characters, I already have a character. His name is Rick Callahan. He's come to Kentucky to visit family. His family is missing and doesn't know where they're at. They're scattered throughout Muldraugh. I cannot obviously find them. I can't really implement them in the game. And in Project Zomboid, the world is ongoing. So, like, if Mr. Rick Callahan unfortunately meets his demise and becomes a zombie, the world can continue. And depending on where Mr. Rick Callahan died, if I find that location, I can find him as a zombie, kill him, and take his loot, whatever loot that I had on him. And I thought it would be cool to maybe continue on, and hopefully I don't get eaten. I would like to try and survive as much as possible, but in case he does, I can make another family member that goes on with Rick that tries to find Rick or might find Rick, and we'll continue on through that. My main objective is to survive. I would like to survive for at least, well, I've already survived for a month. I would like to try and survive for 2 months at least. If I can do that, that would be great. I would like to set up my own base. And again, I'm not using any maps. I'm not going to use any like third-party maps. I know there are maps that help you try and find bases. I'm not going to do that. I just want to set it up and play and go with that. I know that there's some other hidden locations that I don't want to spoil. I'm sure people have looked it up. I've looked them up, and it is kind of interesting, and I'd like to try it. I know that there's a main city called like Louisville. Maybe it'd be cool to have like a pilgrimage to go to Louisville and see if I can survive in the big city. Obviously, lots and lots of zombies. But for right now, we're just gonna play and get started, and hopefully I don't get eaten. I do make some very risky decisions. I explore. I've got some bad luck. I've had one game where I literally went to go and loot a neighbor's house, open the window, and this is with like the second house in the game. Open the window, immediately there's a house alarm, and now I've got hordes of zombies running around. If you guys have any like tips and tricks, cool, let me know in the comments. I love any feedback, good or bad. It's not gonna hurt my feelings. I play games for fun, and I thought it would be cool to do a roleplay thing of it. And obviously, I can't roleplay by myself, but it'll be interesting, especially when characters start to get killed. The game kind of plays like Sims, except that I can use, WASD to move around. Um, that way you can look around. Everything is site-based. Looks like we're starting. I think I know where I'm at. Yeah, I actually like the starting location. Very cool. Good. So I always crouch just so no zombies can see. I know it's kind of very foggy right now, so that's going to definitely help me. But just to be on the safe side, especially for my starting house. I close the curtains as best I can. That way, no zombies can see me and get jumped. And then the other thing that I do is I turn the TV on. Hopefully, it's not loud. It is. Turn it down, and I turn it on to Life and Living. The reason why is because I think it's like 6 in the morning and then 6 at night. This channel pops on and it gives you some passive skill boost. I think this one is going to be cooking. There's another one that's like trapping and fishing, and a few other things. So I just keep that on in the background. Let's see what's in my bookcase. Nothing good, unfortunately. Alright, so what are we going to need? We are going to need to survive is probably going to be a backpack, obviously weapons and tools, especially tools. We need a hammer, we need saws, we need nails, like a box of nails, and we need, I believe, a screwdriver. Personally, a knife would be good, and a can opener. Those are just my basic stuff. Hopefully I can find it. Alright, and I'm not going to take any of the cans. If I remember correctly, after so long, items will, like, respawn and recharge, like, re-go. The only thing I don't think is perishable food, like, after so long, will actually go bad. Granola bar, sugar, muffin tray. Really? Wow, I have kind of a really bad start. Let's see, anything in here? Nothing in here either. Wow, that's unfortunate. Let's see, anything in the closet? Well, we got a bandana. That'd be nice. We'll take the duct tape, and we'll take the flashlight. And we'll leave the bandana. Not a big deal. We'll go upstairs, and oh no, we're going to check the bathroom. Anything in the bathroom. We will obviously take both bandages. And sewing kit's really nice because it has scissors, needle, and thread. That way you can sew yourself up if you end up getting cut or anything like that. You can actually do some sewing or stitching. Alright, let's see. Anything in here? We got some books, and books. Fishing 2 would be nice, and trapping 4. We'll just leave it alone. Right now, biggest thing is a weapon. Well, I could use an umbrella. It's not the best weapon. I don't know if I really want an umbrella. And then what I do is I take the curtains off the top, like the second story windows. The reason why is I don't really stay up on the second story windows, and I can block. Oh, take the curtain. You can block off the vision from bomb side. Just make sure. Let's see. Turn the lights off. Lights attract zombies. Let's see. Another bedroom. Anything in here? Crayons. Baseball cap. More crayons. Man. Very unlucky. Alright, let's see in the closet. We got magazines and, aha, a baseball bat. There we go. We will take the baseball bat. Very nice. Well, that's a weapon. Not the best weapon. But it's a weapon. Alright, we are going to take more bandages. Ooh, the sleeping towel. We'll take it. We'll leave it. We are going to take tweezers and more bandages. Cool. So I have a weapon. I need tools. I need a backpack. Let's see. We're going to add a sheet to this window. We will close curtain. And we got 2 windows over here. And already thirsty. That's the high thirst. I can't reach that. Close curtain. There we go. We'll turn this light off. Oh, turn it off. Alright. Well, I know we have a shed. I'm going to poke my nose in the shed. There might be some tools in there. And then we are in the really fancy suburbs. There's some houses around. I've got a really nice tall fence, which is kind of nice for defense. I don't think I'm going to stay here. I might stay here for a week or so. It's kind of my just natural base of operation. So when you use, oh, I don't have a pen. That's right. Well, all right. I already opened up the map, which is fine. If you had a pen, I can actually make some markings and kind of just like make sure I know, hey, this is my base. So far, that's all I have. Just to show how big this game is, if I scroll all the way out, this is the giant map of Kentucky. It's not the full Kentucky, but the small section of Kentucky. Just to let you know, if I find a map of like Muldraugh, it'll actually show me where all of Muldraugh is. But I think Muldraugh is literally like just here. Like that's just a small section of this map. There's like 4 cities that you can spawn from, and there's even more that you can find. I think like the military base is over here. Louisville is somewhere over here, and it's just a lot. And I've not really explored a whole lot. I'm still kind of not the best at this game. So we got some zombies. Zombies over there. I want to try and make sure that we don't get eaten. Alright. Let's see what's in here. Let's see, can I open the door first? Nope, door is locked. Cool, that was easy. Let's climb through. Close the window. And let's poke around in here. Sweet, we got a screwdriver. I will leave the rope alone. I am actually going to take the pipe wrench, put it on my belt, and fire extinguisher, toolbox. So a toolbox would be nice. We'll take it and put it in our secondary thing. It's kind of a secondary, like a backpack. But the only issue is I have to keep it in my hands, which is not what I want. I want a backpack on my back. But for now, we're going to just put the bandages in the toolbox, duct tape in the toolbox. And I guess we'll put the screwdriver in there, tweezers in there, and there we go. And a book. That's unfortunate. Well, we at least got... Oh, we had a zombie. He saw us. So, 1 zombie, not a big issue. 3 zombies, depends. Just gotta make sure that we're okay. Alright, so as you can see, they're highlighted green. I have some options. It's like normal in-game options. That way I know I can attack them. If you stand on them, they won't stand back up. Good if you're just dealing with 1 or 2 zombies. That way I can just step on them and crush them. But just, it's useful information to know all that. Let's see, what do they have? He has a jacket. Unfortunately, it's bloody, but we are going to wear the jacket. I know it's hot. Ooh, another zombie. Man, how are you guys hearing me already? I know they updated everything. It's been a while since I really played, but... There we go. Push him down and step on him. And let's see. Does he have anything? Well, he has a watch. That's good. We're going to put it on the right. The only reason is I'm right-handed in real life, so I'm just going to keep my character as right-handed. Now I have the time. If I can find a digital watch, even better, because it has the date and the temperature, which is useful information. Man, another one. Come on. Use my pipe wrench. There we go. Look around. No zombies. Alright. And unfortunately nothing. Alright. Well, I think for right now... Ooh, 3 zombies. 4 zombies. 5. Ooh, there's a small horde over there. Well, and there's a guy laying right there. Alright. I'm not going to mess with the horde. I know it's not really a horde, but I don't want to mess with 5 zombies. Not right now. Not with a broken pipe wrench and a baseball bat. So we are going to poke our nose over here. Yeah, we'll check out these houses for right now. And I know I can climb over the tall fences. Alright, buddy, let's go. Come on. Just the mental thought of this poor guy, like, just to think about it. You're literally going to visit family. All of a sudden, all hell breaks loose. Zombies and people are people are biting each other, turning into these Walking Dead, and you just go out and you're trying to fend for yourself, and you have to step on people. Like, ooh, there we go, a sack. Uh, it is a little better. Really, I need to keep the toolbox, but I think... I keep hearing a zombie. I know there's some up there. I just don't want to get, unfortunately, taken care of. Unequip. We'll just keep this in here. Yeah, I think we'll get the sack. Equip the secondary. And move everything into my sack. There we go. And then we're going to check what's inside the car. Well, I thought it was. Guess we can't. Alright. Let me check inside here. But just to think about it, like, it's just goofy. Like, you literally, like, oh, I need to go and survive. And no, wait. I have to step and, like, crush and attack my... Ooh, shoot. My neighbors. Like, that's just, I mean, would definitely mess with your psyche. But it's a game, and we don't care about that. Right, so we got that, we got this guy. Alright, well, we can keep dealing with these one by one. That works for me. Come on, dude. Let's go. Stay on the ground. We don't want you. Boxers, hoodie, jackets. Alright, so let's see. Anything else? No. Alright. Let's see what's in the van. Anything in the van? Oh, we already opened up that. That's right. Can I get in the van? Yes, I can. Alright, so we have one chair. Nope, what's in the glove box? Cigarettes. And we also have a key to this van. So that's actually a really good start. And I will take the map and I'll show you what the map does. So I'm fairly certain, yes, I can do it in there, but the engine is messed up. Battery is still good. I don't really want to... Yeah. Oh, crap. Alright, take the key out. There we go. Cool. Good. And we're going to poke our head in here. Doesn't look like there's anything in there just yet. I know there's a zombie over here, right? Yeah. I'm going to deal with the zombie first, and then I'm going to poke my head in this house. Alright. Come on. There we go. He got me, heard me. And the best part about pushing them down is it doesn't actually take weapon damage, obviously, because you're shoving them. Alright. I hear more zombies. Are they in the house? Don't think so. I'm going to just keep poking my head around the... They might be behind here. Yeah. Alright, we'll climb through the bathroom. Oh, that's not the bathroom, that's the kitchen. And I already see a knife. I'm going to climb through here. Close that. Perfect. And let's pick up that knife. Ah, it's a bread knife. I don't want a bread knife. I want a kitchen knife. Oh, well. But I did see... Where did I see that? Is it in the oven? Freshly cooked chicken. I'm going to eat the whole chicken. The reason why I eat it all is I'm hungry, obviously, and it gives me more calories, which is going to make me fatter, because later on it's going to be incredibly hard for food, and you want to be high in calories, high fat, high body fat first, because It's going to just make it where your character gets tired very, very quickly. And a few other things. Let's see. Oh, let's drink some water. Drink. There we go. We'll wash ourselves later. We don't want to get sick and dirty. Ooh, we'll take the bottle of soda. The reason why is if you drink the soda, you keep the bottle, and I can fill the bottle up with water later as well. Man, still really nothing good. I need to stop face rolling into each door, especially since it's my neighbor's home. I don't know if there's zombies in here, and it's just kind of... here I go. I said that, and then I just keep face rolling. Alright, so... he said hey, but I'm crouched, so he said it quietly. So really, it's going to be in a short distance. If any zombies were nearby, they would hear. If they're in like the closets and whatever, they'd start attacking the closets or the doors. There we go. Fanny pack. It's not a backpack, but it's a good start, and we have some good military boots, which I am going to wear. And I'm going to drop the sneakers because they're bad. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move the bandages into the fanny pack and kind of have the fanny pack as my medical supply stuff. And we'll keep the cigarettes on me. And we'll just keep exploring. And hopefully find some better loot and more tools. Because right now we have screwdriver. And that's it. Yeah, that's it. Nothing else. Oh, right. Rosewood map. I did want to read that. So Rosewood is another location that you can spawn at. So if I read the map, it brings up, obviously, like a detailed map of everything, which is kind of cool. And it tells you where everything's at and color codes everything. But if I close and I bring up my own map now, I can obviously see that I'm in Muldraugh. But if I scroll out, there's Rosewood. There's that city. It's a city. It's a starting city. Like, look how small it is on the map. That's how big this game is. Alright, and we got some more sewing kits, tissues, nothing good. Here, let me... Alright, nothing in here. We got some cube, some hoodies... Toy car is still nothing. Goodness. And a bathroom. We have some more bandages. We'll put in the fanny pack. Bandages in the fanny pack. Makeup. Nah, nothing good. Still nothing. Goodness. Man. I am just getting really unlucky. Alright, well. I guess we'll just keep exploring. Oh, that's right. I need a lighter or matches. So we picked out this house. This is our house. I think I'll pick this house up here, and I'll call it good for this episode. And I'll keep on with the next one in just a little bit. So we're going to check this house out right now. Oop. Oh, I already messed up. Okay, well. Goodness. We got 1, 2. If I can spread them out, I might be okay. Maybe. Come on. Nope. Oh, I'm getting... Ooh, man, that was... I got a little lucky. Ooh, a leather jacket. We are going to wear the leather jacket, and I'm going to need to move. Alright, well, I do not like fighting so many zombies. But I'm still doing okay, so we're going to be okay. Alright, so where'd that leather jacket go? Wear the leather jacket. More protection. We will rip... Yeah, we'll rip this jacket up and turn it into cloth, or rags. They are dirty rags. It's because that was already bloody, which sucks. I'll have to wash them and disinfect them, but It is what it is. And yes, I'm getting sweaty because I'm wearing lots of clothing, and it's really hot. I think right now it's probably like 80 something degrees in game. It's 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Alright. Ooh, that's interesting. Can I just come through the front door? Sometimes front doors are unlocked, and I end up just, yeah, making it harder on myself, especially when it's like, ooh, I heard it. So there's a zombie somewhere in this house. And just like that, I find a saw. Yes, there we go. And another fanny pack. Can I wear this in the back? Can I have 2 fanny packs? I can. Okay, that's a little funny. I might put something in the back fanny pack. I don't know what, but it's just pouches, belt pouches. Let's see. And we have a knife. There we go. So I am not going to use the knife as a weapon. That's a utility thing. Very useful, which I can explain in just a minute, though I'm trying to also find where the zombie is on top of not getting and still looting. But the knife is used, obviously, for anything you would think of in real life like a knife. It's cutting things, and if I wanted to, I could actually... Oh, I need to drink some water. I can actually go into a wooded area, find some sticks, sharpen the sticks into spears, and then I just created a makeshift spear. Like, the weapons are endless. I can go and do all sorts of things. Let's see. I'm going to hide in here and press Q. Okay, so he must be upstairs. Anything in here? Hello? What's in here? Anything? Nothing. And we'll close that. Bathroom. And we got some cabinets, which has some vitamins, which we'll put in the medical bag. Medical pouch. We're going to call it a pouch. And we will go upstairs and see if there's anything up here. And let's see. We're going to go into the hallway, and I will press Q. There we go. Something heard me. So let's see which door is going to attack. That door right there. Right, and open it up. Come on. There you are. Ooh, scary. I knew you were in here. Ooh, and he had a key. We will put the key on the key ring. Don't know what the key... Maybe the key goes to the house. Who knows? It's just a random key. I don't think there's anything I can do to find out what that key is. Let's see, an alarm clock, and no, still nothing good. Oh, oops. Another bathroom. Let's see, we'll take the bandages. Can never have too many bandages. We'll take some more vitamins. Why didn't we take it? Take the vitamins. It's already full? Oh, it is full. Darn it. Okay, did not know it was full. Wow, those don't really have a whole lot of room in there. Alright, and another bedroom. Let's see, what's in here? Briefcase, which has something in it. What's in here? A rubber band. Okay. We will drop the suitcase. Don't need the suitcase. And we got a belt, another fanny pack, and really nothing good. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Well, unfortunate. Nothing in there. And last door. I don't think there's going to be anything good in here either. No, but I could also check the radio, which I need to turn on. Turn it down good. Does this have... No. Turn that off. Radios are pretty good, especially if you find the emergency broadcasting frequency, because that will help you with finding out like random events. Like there's one that I absolutely hate, which I'm sure everybody that's played this game or haven't played this game has heard of, the helicopter event. I think the first helicopter event happens on day 7. I think that one's always scripted to happen that way, unless you change the settings. But Yeah, it always happens. And if you're outside, it just makes it impossible because the helicopter follows you around. Helicopter makes a ton of noise, and it's just very frustrating because then you're having like a bazillion zombies after you. But yeah, all right, I'm gonna put a cut in here, and I will do the next episode coming very soon. And hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like, leave a comment, and we will continue on surviving as Mr. Rick Callahan in the apocalyptic countryside of Kentucky. All right, enjoy.